Elevators are simple. They go up and down, open and close. But what happens when they take you to a floor that doesn't exist? One very unfortunate janitor is about to find out.
In December 2003, a lone janitor was mopping the 11th floor break room when the intense feeling of being watched caused him to stop and look around. It'd been a long day. It always was. Working as a bike messenger during the day hadn't been covering the bills. He felt lucky to land a graveyard shift mopping floors at the Shoreline Business Park building. Good pay, but not a great neighborhood. Still, the long hours left him haggard. He went back to mopping, blaming the feeling on lack of sleep. He got the last of the trash and headed down the elevator towards the ground floor. He leaned against his cleaning cart, almost collapsing from exhaustion. The elevators dinged, opening to the ground floor. He headed to the back door, unlocking the heavy latch with a key from his comically large janitor's key ring and putting them back in his pocket before opening the outside door. The midnight Chicago air felt like needles ripping through his hoodie as he carried all the floor 11 trash to the dumpster. His bulky janitor keys jingling, contributing to the permanent bruise he'd developed on his right thigh since taking the job 2 weeks ago. He locked up, returned to the elevator, and hit the button for the 12th and final floor. The floors clicked by with a dull rhythm. The 12th floor was usually easy. Fewer cubicles, one conference room, bathrooms that were almost never used. With a tired sigh, he took the keys from his pocket and set them on the cart. The elevator shuddered. The lights flickered. He braced himself, but the elevator continued, clicking as it passed the 11th floor and then came to a stop. He waited for the doors to open, then realized the light for the 12th floor wasn't lit up. None of them were. He stood there in silence.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just then, the doors opened. This wasn't any floor he'd seen before. He pushed his cart out and looked around. The walls and tiles were almost the same color as the rest of the building. Almost. The carpet felt wet beneath his boots but made no sound. He listened. Nothing. No HVAC, no radiators, no distant hum. The silence felt wrong, like pressure. Then a printer whirred to life behind him. Pages spilled out onto a table. He picked one up. 2 words were printed in stark black ink. Free us. Shapes rose behind the cubicles. Silhouettes, their eyes glowed red. He ran. The cart crashed behind him as he dove into the elevator, slamming buttons until the doors finally closed. The car dropped fast. When it opened on the ground floor, he bolted for the exit, then froze. His pockets were empty. The keys were still upstairs. He threw himself against the locked door, kicked it, shook the handle until his arms burned. Finally, exhausted, he slid down against the metal and stared at the elevator. The floor indicator climbed. 8, then 9, then 10, then 11. Then it stopped, appearing to glitch out. No floor was shown. He took in a breath, then floor 11, then 10, then 9. He ducked behind the reception desk as the elevator dinged. The doors opened. Footsteps crossed the lobby. With every step, he heard the unmistakable jingle of his own keys. They walked away. He didn't move. 4 hours later, the day shift found him curled on the floor, still under the desk. He couldn't explain why a side door had been left open. He couldn't explain anything. He had only one question.
Who or what did I just free?